The Insta360 is so versatile because you can mount it on almost everything and you can reframe the footage after shooting. So I've put the durability to the test in 5 silly scenarios with only 2 possible outcomes: getting a super unique view or destroying one of my favorite cameras. My first experiment with the Insta360 X3 was putting it on my drone. I found a cheap camera mount on Amazon that clicked on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. With sweaty hands I tried the setup inside my home. As you can see, the drone had a hard time balancing itself. Of course, it's a small lightweight drone, so it's clearly not made to carry some extra weight. But it stayed in the air, so it was time to take it outside. It kind of worked and gave me a beautiful view from above the drone. I especially loved it when I went for the zoomed out effect. Too bad the drone stayed visible, so a lot of people told me to mount it under the drone. That view would make more sense and it probably wouldn't have such a hard time balancing itself. So that's what I did. I created a mount and gave it a shot. Get ready for the most epic shot ever. Or not. To be transparent, the drone gave an error and refused to fly after this small crash. I was afraid it was damaged, so that's why I stopped after just one attempt. In hindsight, it would have worked way better if I launched the drone holding it in my hands instead of going for my silly self-made launch pad. If you know a better mount, please let me know and I'll gladly risk destroying my gear again. I reused a part of that mount to turn it into a POV camera. Till this day, that's the most popular video on my channel. I just drilled a hole in the cap, pushed the mount through the hole and attached the Insta360. To be honest, this is maybe the most effective usage of that camera in this list. It worked great, just don't turn the camera around. And to the person who commented that I took a risk cycling like that, I had a perfect vision and there was no one else in the street for the 10 seconds I was on that bike. I asked an experienced fisherman if he was able to mount it to his fishing rod and cast it. As you can see, that's exactly what we did. I'm still super excited about this video, because there was a big chance to damage or lose the camera, but if it worked, we'd have a super unique view. I love how it could act like a drone and also made us experience the moment it dropped in the water. At one point, we even got to see some big fishes. The last thing I did with my Insta360 is by far the most expensive ID. I've been a fan of RC stuff my whole life and used this opportunity as an excuse to buy an RC boat to mount the camera on. I looked up some prices online and found out there was a perfect specialist shop in Antwerp. The option to build the boat from scratch would take me way too much time, so they showed me some boats. It became clear it wouldn't be as easy to mount the Insta360 on a boat without damaging it, and there was a big chance that it would capsize. So I went for the Aero Trooper, a boat that's wide enough and had some options to mount the camera, like the seat of the captain or the large deck. Vincent came around to scan the boat and designed a 3D print that perfectly suited the large deck. I took the boat with me on a trip to France and launched it into the water. The footage wasn't as cool as I hoped. It gave me a kind of unique view just right above the water, but I don't have a real use case for it yet. And to make matters worse, the 3D print broke when I lifted the boat up, so I almost lost the Insta360. Please let me know in the comments what I can do with the Insta360 next and subscribe for more videos like this.